French President Emmanuel Macron's government invoked a special provision of France's constitution on Thursday to bypass Parliament in a bid to push through its controversial pension reform.
On ne peut pas faire de paris sur l'avenir de nos retraites. Cette réforme est nécessaire.
The move received a frosty reception in Parliament, with lawmakers singing the national anthem. The use of Article 49 of the French Constitution allows the Macron government to avoid a parliamentary vote on the bill, which proposes raising the retirement age. It comes after public sector workers have walked off the job in droves, culminating in piles of trash building up around the French capital.
I'm in Paris with a view of the iconic Eiffel Tower, but here's a scene that offers a less romantic vision of the city. Heaps of trash piled on the city streets. The garbage has not been picked up in Paris for over a week. This is in response to the unpopular government pension overhaul that has been proposed by French President Emmanuel Macron.
Macron has proposed overhauling the pension system. He wants to raise the legal retirement age by 2 years to 64 and make people work longer before they can touch their pensions. Unions are unhappy with the legislation. Millions of workers have gone on strike since January, when the current bill was first presented to Parliament.
Macron dégage! Macron dégage!
Teachers, train drivers, and oil refinery staff from across the country are among those who have joined the strikes. Recent polls showed nearly 70% of people oppose the reforms. But Macron says the changes are needed to protect France's pension system from collapse and to maintain control of government expenditure. He has pledged to boost military spending and wants to bring the national deficit back in line with the European Union's targets. France has one of the lowest rates of retirees at risk of poverty in Europe, but this comes at a cost. France spends close to 15% of its economic output on pensions. That's almost double what the US spends. The country's pension system is expected to run a deficit of 1.8 billion euros in 2023. That's set to keep increasing to 21.2 billion euros in 2035. As the population ages, the number of workers who fund each pension check is shrinking. The government has ruled out raising taxes to shore up deficit, saying that taxes in France are already high.
Nous avons conscience que cet effort demandé aux Français n'emporte pas l'adhésion d'une majorité de Français. Mais nous sommes convaincus que les alternatives, augmenter les impôts, augmenter la dette, baisser les pensions des retraités, n'emporteraient pas davantage l'adhésion de l'opinion.
This isn't the first time Macron tried to overhaul France's pension system. In 2019, he proposed to streamline France's 42 different state pension plans, which vary in retirement age and income, into one universal system. He also wanted to introduce bonuses and penalties to encourage people to work until the age of 64. This led to strikes across the transportation system, which paralyzed the country for weeks before the government shelved its plans as the COVID-19 pandemic struck. But some economists say the proposed changes won't keep the system afloat for long. Many see the fight over pension as the last stand in defense of France's social welfare model.
J'y vois une régression des droits sociaux, assortie d'une procédure politique qui est épouvantablement antidémocratique. Et voilà, je proteste.
France's Senate approved the controversial reforms on March 11.
Le Sénat a adopté.
But the government struggled to cobble together enough votes for it to pass through the lower house of parliament, the National Assembly. Macron's move comes at a high political cost. Protesters in opposition parties that have painted Macron as an authoritarian now have more ammunition to mobilize the masses. Demonstrators took to the streets after Article 49 was invoked. A number of parties have said they will retaliate by putting forward a no-confidence motion. If successful, that would force the government to resign.